Monday, Ocelot Peak. Zombie Steve here. Everything has finally calmed down after my last adventure. You know, the one with that rascally little kid Beep. I've been getting more and more construction jobs, and my newest client is the prettiest one I've ever had. She's actually my girlfriend, Viv. She's building a zombie cafe and hired me to be in charge of construction. It's going to be carved out of the side of Ocelot Peak, a very high mountain with a peak so narrow that the only animal that's said to be able to reach it is the ocelot. I've never actually seen an ocelot, you know? I've only heard of them. I seriously doubt that there are any ocelots anywhere around here. I'm alright with the wolves, you know. Cats, however, are very different. Well, tonight I carved out the primary room for the cafe. I had to dig/mine down one extra layer to make room for a brick floor. Fancy, huh? It's going to have an outdoor patio, too. At least, I think that's what she called it. The brick floor is going to extend past the front of the cafe and have an acacia lumber roof over it. Fancy, huh? We really need a decent cafe here. There's a zombie restaurant called Deluge that's run by the Deluge zombie family. No one really tries to compete with them. They're kind of aggressive toward other zombies and don't play fair. They serve the most awful food. They actually try to serve zombies the same food that people eat. Things like mushroom stew, cooked chicken, steak. You get the picture. Viv is going to specialize in zombie foods, and she's going to do all the cooking herself. Her cooking is so very good. I've accepted her cooking my dinner every night in exchange for the lumber and bricks that she needs to build her cafe the way she wants it. Well, I'm worn out after a day of hard work. Tomorrow. Tuesday, Ocelot Peak. Zombie Steve here. The first part of the evening I spent tracking down clay at Ink Cove. That can be hard work, you know. You have to go underwater and look for it. Fortunately, being a zombie, I can stay underwater quite a while. I just don't like to do that because it makes my skin all wrinkly and weird looking. I look like my grandpa when I get out. It took me 2 hours to find all of the clay, and the main reason it took so long was because there was one of those squids down there. It was a young one named Squeaky. "Hi," sounded this bubbly voice right behind my ear while I was busy retrieving some clay. It scared the daylights out of me. I whirled around and found myself face to face with a squid. It startled me so bad I hit it straight up out of the water. He joined me. "My name is Squeaky. I'm a squid. I live down here. My mom has gone to get us some breakfast and left me in charge. I'm supposed to protect our underwater cave while she's shopping and Dad's at work. You aren't going to mess with our cave, are you?" At the last part of this one-sided conversation, he threw all his legs up in the air in horror. I saw him starting to change color a bit. I knew if I didn't put him at ease, I was going to be stained black for a week. Oh no," I answered, putting my hands up to show him that I didn't have any weapons. I retrieved the clay with my bare hands. It's hard to hold on to tools underwater, especially when you keep dropping them and they fall way, way, way down. I'm here retrieving some clay. I don't even know where your cave is." Squeaky put all of his arms at his side except one, which he used to point in the direction of his cave. "It's right down there." He eyed me suspiciously, and his arms slowly began to rise again. "How do I know you're telling me the truth? Hey, wait a minute. You're a zombie!" He started to shake all over, and I headed for the shore as fast as I could. I didn't quite make it. I'm now black from the waist down. The little guy released all of his ink, which is a natural defense mechanism for squids like him. It's a problem when you have a squid that's jumpy and easily scared. I began to suspect that maybe it ran in the family, and that's why it's called Ink Cove. I never gave it much of thought before. I got onto the shore, and the little guy was in the water flailing all his arms and crying. He had to be pretty young. "Squeaky, just to show you that I mean no harm, I'm going to look for clay somewhere else. It's okay." "But you're a zombie," he wailed. "You're going to eat me." I don't eat squid," I replied, trying to look friendly. It was the truth, too. I sat down on the shore and tried to look less scary. Calm down, little guy. I'm not going to hurt you or your family. Suddenly, this giant squid rose up from behind Squeaky, arms wrapped tightly around him, and he stopped crying. Her eyes flashed at me fiercely. How dare you make my baby boy cry? You better be glad I can't get around on land too well, or I'd squeeze the green off you. Oh dear, I had drawn the attention of Squeaky's mother. I just grabbed my stuff and ran. I'm not afraid of very many things, but I am a bit scared of an angry mother squid. I spent the rest of the night firing the clay in my own oven. Viv came by with my dinner, and it was delicious. I told her about the squid and Squeaky being afraid I was going to eat him. She chuckled and then told me the Deluge brothers had been serving something called calamari. Viv, are you sure you want to compete with those guys? I asked, suddenly feeling concerned for her. I'm not scared of them, and it's time zombies in this area had something decent to eat. I've got to run now, Stevie. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, that's it for my evening and night.